JHX Hoops, Purple Rain set to take place tonight inside Lee Arena. And a guy who is used to this arena and is used to Wichita joins us on the show right now, representing JHX Hoops, but also representing Washburn University and representing the Maize Eagles. Yes, Jacob Hanna joining us here on the program. Jacob, good to see you. How's it feel to be here in Lee Arena? First off, I haven't been here in a long time, all right? I was talking to Coach Ballard earlier.
Yeah.
Last time I was here was probably 2016.
Okay.
It's been a long time.
Almost 10 years.
So I walk in, I see the renovations, and I'm just blown away by it all. And I'm sure you're blown away with the fact that you're playing a game here tonight on a floor that you're used to with Frank Mason going up against Michael Beasley. How crazy is that?
Yeah. I
just
mean,
think of it in that way.
I would say probably ever since I left Washburn, I made the decision to play professional. And actually, I left Washburn. I played for the Kansas TB team last summer. I feel like, the basketball world is so small. There's only a select few people that are, playing professionally and continuing to play. Mm-hmm. So I feel like just the opportunities have been just insane, getting to play with Frank Mason, Billy Preston, Marcus Garrett. I mean, these guys are, players I used to watch and look up to growing up. So it's a really cool opportunity to play with them. And, of course, playing against Michael Beasley, who's become such a big name in this, one-on-one basketball space, just different things like that. So it's just a great opportunity, and also to play here in Lee Arena, close to my family. I play in Spain and during the season professionally. So it's always so great to be able to play close to home with people that really support me. So it's just a blessing, man.
What ultimately sold you on Washburn? Because you were not at Washburn originally.
No, sir.
Illinois Springfield.
Yes, sir.
You were a Prairie Star.
Yeah. You did your research.
Of course, man. You gotta love the unique nicknames, and that's
yes,
definitely one that's very, very unique. And I'm not gonna lie, when you enter the portal, I texted, because I do stuff for Friends University. I was like, hey, get on Jacob, man, see what's going to happen. And then sure enough, I see you commit to Washburn. I'm like, boy, that's a perfect fit.
Yeah.
What sold you on coming to Topeka to be a Washburn Ichabod?
I mean, I took my visit here with my family. And first of all, just the culture with the players. I mean, Coach Ballard recruits, just great guys. So, I mean, I fit in good with the crew. And then the coach, the things that Ballard and the coaching staff was telling me how I'd fit in, what I'm saying? I like that vision also. And then also what kind of sold me was, he could help me play professionally, and also was close to home. So, my parents, I was playing around 7.5 hours away.
Yeah.
And so to be able to play just 2 hours, up the interstate, man, was like I said, a blessing for my family to be able to see me and support me for my senior year, and also was a great year here at Washburn. I mean, we were in the Final Four, so you can't really ask for too much more.
I was going to ask you about that, being able to come in and in your season, you end up going to the semis, losing to a very, very quality team, ended up winning the national championship, I think, in Nova Southeastern,
yes,
if I recall correctly. So you faced a really talented team. You guys were great that year. And going back again, 10 years ago, legendary coach Bob Chipman's here on the tail end of his coaching career, but a legend. There's a reason why the floor is named after Bob Chipman,
exactly.
Right? The guy won a lot of games here. Insert Brett Ballard. And I thought that when he came here, I had the idea of, I think he's going to be a perfect fit. And you just see what they're able to do. Last year, just a handful of losses, and you end up going on that Final Four run. How special was that year? And did you really know that you guys had it in you to be a team that could compete for a national championship?
I think it's funny because on my visit, I mean, the guys were saying, like, man, if we get you, we're going to be really good. And then we start playing in the season, actually in the summer, and we're like, oh, man, if we figure it out, we're going to be really good. So we had been saying that, but I mean, honestly, until like you look back at the end of the season, like you don't even realize, what you really just did, because in the middle of it, it's a grind. Going to practice, what I'm saying? You're going to classes also. I mean, it's a grind, but I mean, it was just an amazing year at Washburn, just magical season. I mean, we lost just a couple of games, made it all the way to the Final Four, like you were alluding to. I mean, like I said, you can't ask for too much more. It's just kind of like a dream come true. Almost a dream come true. I wish we would have hung that banner, but, we got pretty close.
I mean, Final Four is a Final Four. Come on. I know, yes, championship, yes, it's what you want, but a Final Four is a Final Four, which is rather spectacular. And you won a lot of accolades in your season here.
Yeah.
MIAA Newcomer of the Year, MIAA Defensive Player of the Year, MIAA First Teamer. Did I miss anything? I think I got it all.
Nah, I thought I should have been Player of the Year, but we'll leave that out. We'll leave that out.
Okay, fair enough. We won't go down that path. How would you describe Brett Ballard? How is he able to build a program in Topeka that has allowed for Washburn to be on the national landscape?
Very, very detail-oriented. He pays attention to the details with the family, with the character, with the skill set of the player. where you can see him going developmentally also. And he's very intense in practice. I mean, you don't have to practice for 3 hours to get after it. If you can practice for, hour and a half, 2 hours and really get after it, then we're going to do that. So I think every detail from the warm-up to, the plays we're running at the end of the game, I mean, he puts a lot of effort into everything, and the entire coaching staff also. He's had a great coaching staff also at his time at Washburn.
Yeah, one of those guys is now the head coach for Friends University men's
sir.
basketball, Nick Jones. We were catching up a little bit about him earlier today, so thank you for lending him, by the way.
Of course,
to come back to Wichita, Goddard boy, and a guy who's worked with Wichita State, K-State, KU. It's amazing to look at his track record. It's pretty impressive. Jacob Hanna, our guest here on the show ahead of tonight's TBT game, Game 2 of a best-of-3 between JHX Hoops and Purple Rain. So you're playing professionally.
Yes, sir. I mean,
what's that experience like?
It's been a great experience. I mean, I couldn't ask for a better situation. Playing in Spain, my teammates. I have a pretty young team, so they ask me questions about America. Of course, I ask them questions about Spain. I teach them a little. They know English. I teach them some little bit of slang. They teach me some Spanish. So I can speak Spanish more or less. My family was able to visit me. They really like the city also. And I'm excited. I re-signed to the same team, so I'm going to go back there at the end of the season, and hopefully, we can cut down some nets over there.
Congrats, man. That's so cool. I remember you way back in the day. That's how old I'm getting. Remembering Jacob Hanna when he was playing for the Maize Eagles and torching Salina South and Salina Central. I mean, last night at Bramlage, you have Avery coming up and dabbing you up, and seeing him be as successful as he has been. How awesome has that been, getting a chance to see him blossom as the quarterback for Kansas State? And I truly feel like a guy who's under the radar going into the Big 12 season, by the way, this year, which is crazy to think because everyone's looking at all these other returning quarterbacks. I'm like, excuse me, Avery. With Colin Klein, I have a feeling that's going to be a pretty good combination this year.
I mean, Avery's just, one heck of a player, one heck of an athlete, one heck of a person. I mean, a lot of people have a lot of things to say about him. Obviously, he's the quarterback at K-State, but, from my experience with him, he's always been a great friend. He's a great dude, and I appreciate him, going to the game. We were able to chop it up, catch up a little bit after the game, and so I always support him, and I know he supports me also. And, I played for the KU TBT team. I support KU. I'm from Wichita. I support Wichita State. My little brother goes to K-State.
I was going to get to that here in a little bit, by the way.
Avery goes to K-State, so I have to support them also. So, I don't really have no allegiances, but I hope Avery has a great year. I know he's going to have a great year.
Well, if anyone's going to watch the video, they're going to see purple and go, what the heck? He's playing for JHX Hoops. That doesn't make any sense. You brought up your brother.
Yes,
All-American, right?
Yeah,
this past year?
Yeah. Like another athlete. He thinks he jumps higher than me, but I don't think so.
Okay, so here's the fun question. Now everyone wants to know who's the most athletic Hanna.
I'm gonna say me, of course.
Yeah.
Other people might have a different idea, but of course I'm gonna say I'm the most athletic. It's
a fun debate though, because your entire family filled with athletes.
My dad, my mom, my brothers, my sisters, But it's crazy because I didn't start playing basketball until I was like 11 years old, 12 years old, but. I just kind of picked it up quick and also was really, really competitive outside. We used to play basketball every day, with my siblings. So I think that's how we got better.
Everyone being competitive, being up on so many people. So
and I was one of the youngest, so I got beat up a little bit too.
he got beat up a little bit too. Yeah, that's it. That's exactly it. Jacob Hanna joining us here ahead of tonight's TBT game. As someone who took the route of going to be a Prairie Star, going away from Wichita, pretty far away, by the way, everyone has this connotation of D1, D2, NAI, so on and so forth, and yet you're showing, especially last night against Purple Rain, you end up scoring a good amount of points, you're competing, and you're playing at the highest level against guys who have been K-State guys and KU guys, and yet you've been able to show out. So how much pride do you take in that, knowing that not every path is the same, but you're able to carve out a path for you?
I put the work in. You know what I'm saying? I try to always put the work in, and then at the that work's gonna show at the highest levels. At these stages. I can only ask to be put in the opportunity, and you have to perform. So I just try to play my game. I don't try to get caught up in K-State, KU, Washburn, Pitt State. It doesn't matter. It's basketball at the end of the day. So that's why I really try to focus on, don't make the game too big and just, do what I work on. This is what I do.
Yeah. Well, Jacob, really appreciate your time, my man. It's a real pleasure getting a chance to visit with you. Believe me, you come up in more conversations with my group more than you realize there in Wichita. So appreciate your time, and congratulations on all the success, and best of luck moving forward.
Yes, sir, man. Appreciate it. Nice talking with you.